Hello everybody, welcome to the next 3D printed video. This time we will, after a long time, revisit the Stargate franchise, and we will take a look at the Vanir Cruiser. For those of you who are not that familiar, the Vanir are the lost tribe of the Asgard from the Pegasus galaxy, and we will take a look at their special ship. Here I will give you some, let's say, reminder. So this is the ship in question, and yeah, you can see that it can extend its engine. It has several opening points. The front can be open to show the troopers and some other stuff. And the idea is to recreate this ship. Yeah, we can see that when it enters the hyperspace, it will retract the engines. Also when landing. And when landing, it is opening the front. And yeah, here we have it landed, and in fight. And you can see here that it has extending ramp, and the body can detach around it. Retract, not detach, retract. Okay. So now here we are in Creo, and this is the model I have created. And as you can see, all the features that the ship had in the series are here as well. So the main engines can retract or extend. These bottom can open, showing some details. This, I suppose, landing legs can open as well. Here the front, yeah, that can open too. And last but not least, here the center. So the body extends and the ramp could be open. So as you can see, everything that was present in the show is presented here as well. Sure, I had to make some modifications to the design based mainly on the 3D printing technology. So here, instead of extending links, I have a parallelogram, but the result is the same. Also, here, as you can see, we have the engine on 3 beams instead of 4, which were in the show. I decided to go with only 3, with only one upper one, because I was afraid that if I had 4, it would usually jam when extending, so I decided to use only 3. And of course, the other thing is that in the show there was also a hinge here, but I was thinking that's kinda useless, so I only made it openable like that. Okay, so I will return everything back to the flight mode. Yeah. Okay, and now how to assemble it. So you can see that I divided it into front and into back. So now we will get rid of the back and only focus on the front. And it's actually not that difficult. So we will start with this piece, print it like that. And as you can see here, we have 2 backs, and here we will insert this piece. Yeah, it has corresponding pegs which goes to the holes, and it also has holes here for the pins. Yeah, so we will insert first these normal 10 by 10 pins, and then we can insert this part, but theoretically not yet. I will explain later. because now we have these two side pieces, and yeah, I will make them visible. And as you can see, they are supposed to move inside the groove of this piece. So obviously you have to first insert them to this piece and then put it all together. Here I actually have to give some, I have to admit that these two pieces I actually not only snapped together via the pins, but I also used some glue mainly around here, yeah, in this area, simply so that everything is properly held together, because it also it also serves as slides. Yeah, okay, but also I have to mention that before you actually insert those two inside this piece, you first have to insert the ramp, and then here you have to put the pin 5x14. Yeah, because you wouldn't be able to do it if those two are already in place. Yeah, so when you have this, you will simply have this piece, and then you can move to the front piece of the front, which starts with this piece. Yeah, I have it all in one, but basically I recommend to divide this section to first build this and then build the rest and then put the two halves together. Okay, so here we have this piece. Now we have the piece that goes here, and that's what I meant. Yeah, you can see here that it has holes for the pins, so then when you are done with everything, you will simply put the two halves together. Yeah, and now we put these two pieces together. Now, what about the shafts? It is made in a way that you will use the filament from I don't know, PLA, and you will simply put the filament through, and that will serve as your hinge, and it works perfectly. Yeah, and then of course you have to assign the very front, and then yeah, and that's what I meant. Yeah, now we have the two pins which are inside. So as I said, this entire half will be then put together, and you will have the entire front done. So now we will get rid of the front and take a look at the back. So we start with this piece, once again printed like this, and then we will continue. Yeah, we have this piece, yeah, once again printed like this and inserted through. Then here we will put this connector 20x40. Sorry. Now here we have the bottom. Of course, the same way as before, we will have sliders inside. So you obviously first have to have the sliders there. I obviously don't have it like that here in the assembly, but yeah. So just to understand what I mean, yeah. Here we have the top piece of one of the engine, and as you can see, yeah, here we have the hole, and it has, yeah, here this pylon which goes through the hole. I actually would recommend not even putting this piece together right now, and simply when finished with assembly, having the two halves, top one and the bottom one, prepared, and then put them together. Because as you can see, this could be detached from the bottom. Here we have another dividing plane. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, here we of course put some pins, and yeah, here we have the bottom part. Yeah, and as you can see, yeah, it has two sliders, yeah, and they have these ends, meaning they cannot go out, because yeah, as you can see here we have the groove. will do the same on the other side. Yeah, basically we will have something like that, and then you will put the two halves, top and bottom, together, and you will have this. Before we go next, here we have these openings, so there you will insert these two covers, and once again you will use the filament as your shaft. Yeah, I think I said hinge, but I meant shaft. And when you have the filament inserted, then you can put the back pieces. So we have this one here, so we will simply slide it there. Then we will insert pins here, and we will print up insert pins here. Yeah, now we can insert the backs, and the backs will also serve to hold the two halves, top and bottom, together very nicely. And then last but not least, we have to insert this base, but yeah, I would actually prefer or recommend not to do it in this order, but actually first insert the links with the pins, and yeah, then this thing, and then when it is done, to put everything in place. And the same things for the other side. Then what will we do is to all those engine holes we will insert the engine pieces. Yeah, they are separate because they are yellow. And last but not least, here inside this we have those two grooves, and there we will insert these detail pieces. And that's it. And when you have this done, as you can see here, we have the back, we have the hole, and in the front piece there's very opposite. So you will simply put the two halves together, and you are done. Yeah, so maybe a little bit complex, but still I think it's manageable, and I think I've made far more complex models than this. Alright, so that will be all for the model description, let's say, and now we will take a look at the actual print. And here it is, the Vanir Cruiser. Yeah, I think it went out pretty nicely. Everything I wanted to work works. So, yeah. So, as you can see, everything I wanted, all the moving parts, they are moving. And here, of course, is the transporter for the Vanir soldiers. Okay, so I guess that would be all. I hope you like this video, or mainly this model. and we will see each other in the next video. Have a very nice day and bye bye.